Have you ever wondered how a simple cocoa pod becomes the chocolate bar we know and love?
The process begins when cocoa pods reach the right stage of ripeness on the tree. Harvesting is done carefully, so the pod can be removed without unnecessarily damaging the tree. After harvesting, the pods are gathered before the beans are removed from inside.
Inside each pod is a surprising cluster of cocoa beans, surrounded by sweet, moist pulp.
These fresh beans are very different from the dark brown cocoa beans most people recognize. Before the next stage begins, the fresh beans are checked and prepared for fermentation.
Now the beans enter one of the most important stages in developing chocolate flavor, fermentation.
Fermentation allows natural microorganisms to act on the pulp surrounding the beans and begins a complex transformation. The beans are covered and left to ferment, allowing the process to develop important flavor compounds.
Fermentation takes time, and the beans gradually change from the inside out.
As fermentation progresses, the appearance, aroma, temperature, and chemistry of the beans begin to change.
During fermentation, the beans may be turned or mixed to help distribute the process more evenly. Inside the fermentation mass, natural microbial activity generates heat and drives important chemical changes.
This stage is critical because the flavor of the future chocolate begins developing long before the beans reach a factory. Once fermentation is complete, the beans must be dried carefully before they can move further along the journey.
The fermented beans are spread out so moisture can gradually leave them during drying.
And this is only the beginning. After careful drying, these beans will travel to processing facilities where, after fermentation, the beans continue drying until their moisture reaches a suitable level for storage and transport.
Proper drying helps reduce excess moisture and prepares the beans for the next stage of their journey. Quality checks can reveal whether the beans have developed properly during fermentation and drying.
Beans that do not meet the desired quality are separated before the main processing journey begins.
Once the beans are sufficiently dry and selected, they can be prepared for transport. The dried beans are packed carefully so they can be moved without unnecessary exposure to moisture or contamination.
From here, the beans can begin their journey from the farm toward a specialized cocoa processing facility.
The next stop is a processing facility where the beans will be cleaned, tested, roasted, and transformed. The journey from farm to factory may take the beans through several stages of transportation and handling.
Inside a facility like this, the carefully prepared beans enter a very different environment. At the facility, the beans are received and prepared for controlled processing. The beans are opened and transferred into equipment designed for controlled cleaning and inspection. The first factory step is cleaning, because the beans must be separated from unwanted material before roasting. After cleaning, automated equipment can help separate beans and remove material that should not continue into production. Even with automated equipment, careful quality control remains an important part of food processing. The goal is consistency: clean, properly processed beans that are suitable for the next stage. Now the beans are ready for one of the biggest transformations in the entire process: roasting.
From this point forward, heat will begin unlocking the aroma and character hidden inside the cocoa beans.
The roasting stage is where heat begins transforming the beans and developing their characteristic cocoa aroma.
Inside the roaster,
Controlled heat changes the beans while helping bring out deeper aroma and flavor.
Once roasting is complete, the beans need to cool before they can be broken apart.
Cooling protects the beans from continuing to cook and prepare them for the next mechanical step.
Next, the roasted beans are cracked so the useful cocoa inside can be separated from the outer shells.
After cracking, the cocoa nibs are still mixed with pieces of the outer shell.
Winnowing uses controlled airflow to separate the lighter shells from the heavier cocoa nibs.
The shells are separated, while the valuable cocoa nibs continue forward for further processing.
These small pieces are cocoa nibs, the concentrated cocoa material that will soon be transformed into a smooth chocolate ingredient.
Now the nibs enter a grinding stage that will turn the solid pieces into a much smoother cocoa material.
As the nibs are ground, their natural cocoa fat helps transform the particles into a thick cocoa liquor.
This thick cocoa liquor contains the essential cocoa components that will become part of the chocolate-making process.
The cocoa liquor can move into larger controlled processing equipment.
At this stage, processors can begin controlling the cocoa material for the chocolate formulation that comes next.
Chocolate requires more than cocoa alone, and the next stage brings carefully measured ingredients together.
Depending on the chocolate recipe, ingredients such as sugar are added in carefully controlled proportions.
The mixture now begins moving toward the smooth texture associated with finished chocolate.
But getting from this mixture to the smooth chocolate people expect takes another important transformation.
The chocolate mixture now enters a refining stage, where remaining particles are reduced to create a much smoother texture.
After refining, the chocolate can move into conching, another important stage for developing its final texture and flavor.
During conching, controlled mixing helps improve the chocolate's texture while allowing unwanted volatile aromas to dissipate.
As the process continues, the chocolate becomes smoother and more consistent.
Quality control continues throughout processing to make sure the chocolate is developing as expected. The sample is checked for consistency, texture, and other quality characteristics before the process continues. Once the mixture meets the required processing conditions, it can move toward the final stages that give chocolate its familiar form.
Before chocolate can be molded, its temperature must be carefully controlled. This controlled temperature change is part of tempering, which helps the cocoa butter form a stable crystal structure.
When the chocolate reaches the right condition, it can be prepared for molding.
The liquid chocolate is then deposited into molds that will give the finished product its shape.
The filled molds move forward, while the chocolate settles into an even layer.
Next, controlled cooling allows the chocolate to solidify while helping maintain the structure created during tempering.
As the temperature drops, the chocolate gradually becomes firm enough to be removed from the molds.
Once fully set, the bars can be released from their molds.
At this point, the chocolate has finally taken the familiar form of a solid bar.
Before packaging, finished bars can undergo another quality check to make sure they meet the required appearance and condition.
And now the final step is close. These finished chocolate bars are ready to be protected, packed, and prepared for their journey to consume.
The finished chocolate now enters the final packaging stage, where each bar is carefully protected for its journey.
The packaging material is folded around the chocolate to protect it from handling and the surrounding environment.
Even after packaging, the finished products can be checked again before leaving the facility.
The individual bars are then grouped into larger shipping cartons for storage and transportation. Once packed, the cartons are sealed and prepared for controlled storage and distribution. Finished chocolate is stored under conditions designed to help protect its quality before distribution. When the products are ready to leave the facility, the cartons are moved toward the loading area.
The packed chocolate can now begin its journey from the processing facility toward distribution.
From the factory, the finished chocolate travels through a distribution network before reaching stores and consumers.
At the distribution center, the chocolate is transferred again before making its final trip toward the point of sale. Eventually, individual chocolate bars reach the shelves where shoppers can choose them.
And after an incredibly long journey, the cocoa that began inside a tropical fruit has become a finished chocolate bar.
What looks like a simple chocolate bar is actually the result of many carefully controlled stages.
From harvesting and fermentation to roasting, grinding, refining, and tempering, every stage contributes to the final result.
The journey starts with a cocoa pod on a tree, but it ends with a carefully processed food that can be enjoyed around the world.
One ingredient, many transformations, and a remarkable journey from farm to finished chocolate.
So the next time you enjoy chocolate, remember the incredible chain of work that began with a single cocoa pod.
From cocoa beans to chocolate bars, that is the journey. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next food process store.